is in the box. He prepares to lead off this game. That fastball gets by him on the first pitch, 0-1. Here's the delivery. Swung on the fastball, couldn't get to it, 0-2. Swing and a miss. That's a changeup. Down on strikes, 1 out.
But good, great confidence right there in his stuff. Could have wasted a pitch right there, and you figure, why worry?
It's a great job of finishing off the batter in a hurry. Never got a chance to see much. And it's Melky Cabrera in the box now.
Well, guys, Tim Lincecum didn't win his 3rd consecutive Cy Young, but most pitchers would love to have a 16-10 record like the Freak did in 2010.
And Cabrera lets it go. A ball inside. Lincecum finished up with a 3.43 last year. Struck out 231. I don't think there's a hitter in the game, Steve, who wants to face him.
I think the one thing to remember, I'm not sure he was going to be able to do that. His mechanics got out of sync. He lost velocity, but he found new life. Conditioning going to be important his offseason.
Now, and he can't make contact with Lincecum's pitch. Strike 2. Gordon doesn't like to get behind here. See what he does with the 0-2.
Well, the hitter struggles with curveballs when he's behind in the count. I suspect they're going to go to the hook.
Alex get it off. Call strike from Lincecum, and the count is now 0-1.
Okay, 0-1 count. I'm looking for him to come right back with that fastball.
And that's a strike. Billy Butler's going to have to be in a defensive mode in this at-bat.
Well, the pitcher's executing his game plan. He knows these hitters. He knows how he wants to pitch them. And now he's locating his pitches in exactly the right spot.
The 1-2 pitch. Billy Butler swings and misses strike 3. That's working in a hurry right there. He didn't mess around wasting pitches.
But what that pitch selection did, Gary, was keep the hitter off balance. When you don't waste pitches, you put the hitter back on his heels.
And Dyson's going to stand in.
The Giants, what a great story in 2010. A little bit streaky coming on late, but they played very well at home. We saw that in the playoffs as well.
And Lincecum can't get him to swing at the low pitch. Well, clearly the new ballpark has been an inspiration for them. 49 wins there this year, 52 in it in 09.
You know, and comfort is an important factor, and the bullpen got the job done there. Most saves at home in Major League Baseball in 2010.
Line drive left of the bag and foul. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, second out in the inning.
With 2 strikes, the hitter wanted the fastball. He got it, but didn't do anything with it.
And Escobar settles in. Lifetime only a 125 hitter off the Giants. And Lincecum gets him swinging for the first strike. Good hard slider, swung on and missed. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Curveball, that tied him up in knots. Swung on and missed. Side retired. No runs, no hits. Nobody across the plate in this half inning. Afternoon at the ballpark. Pleasant, cool day. Call strike from Lincecum, and the count is now 0-1.
Unless you stay back and really think about going the other way, you've got no chance of hitting that 4-seamer down the way.
There's a called strike of the belt, so he's in the hole now, 0-2. Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball, 1-2.
Gary, he's a very aggressive hitter on a 1-2 count. He's going to swing at that borderline pitch, so I'm going to try to expand the strike zone right here.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 1-up.
This one's right down the middle. He just swung and missed at it. Better check his bat for a hole.
Gets at the plate. Bases empty with 1 away. Lincecum with the delivery. Just missed that one for strike 1. Here's the pitch. He's at 0-2. He watched that fastball that was in there.
A nice four-seamer right there. That one's clearly on the outside corner. He hit the spot.
Struck him out. That's number 8 in the game.
Well, you like to see a pitcher strike guys out. You like to see him keep the pitch count down. He did both.
Big smile in the dugout over there. That's a domination in that effort by the pitcher. And Chen's in the box. And Lincecum gets him swinging for the first strike. 0-1 pitch, a fastball. Swung on and missed. 0-2. He got him. That's 9 Ks now. And so Tim Lincecum gets him 1-2. Lincecum with the delivery. Watches a fastball that's in there. 0-1.
Look here, they're going through the lineup second time around right here. They don't have any hits, so they've really got to start thinking about what are they doing at the plate and should they be more aggressive right now.
Got him. Strikeout number 10 today.
That's a pretty fast pitch right there, and hard to get that much break on it.
And Melky Cabrera stands in. His batting average, .306 lifetime against the Giants. The 0-0 delivery, a fastball taken for a strike.
Well, when you throw a fastball, that's where you want it to go. Now you can elevate a pitch next time around.
Ball! Melky Cabrera not fooled by that. Count is even up.
You're playing with fire right there. Hanging the breaking ball up in the zone. That's the way you can get hurt.
1-1 pitch, a fastball. Cut on, missed. 1-2. Struck him out. That's going to be 11 in the game.
I'll tell you what, you get a fastball up over triple digits. It's an absolute blur to the hitter. It gets on him so quickly, there's about nothing he can do with it.
First pitch, fastball, 0-1.
Sometimes you get a pitch, and if it's early enough in the count, you can just say, not this one, I'm going to wait for the next one.
Strike 2. Gordon doesn't like to get behind here. See what he does with the 0-2.
Well, the pitcher's way ahead. He's got some room here now to play with some pitches. Don't be too fine giving him something good to hit.
Got him. That is strikeout number 12. You could not ask for it. First pitch is on the way to Butler. And Lincecum gets him swinging for the first strike.
Look here, as we move to the middle part of this ball game right now, they just cannot mount any offense at all. No hits. And I'll tell you what, this pitcher is just shutting them down.
Struck him out. 13 Ks, 1 game. One more sent back to the bench. And in the 5th, what a trend.
Gary, you look at it, second time through the line, and you think they might be able to make some adjustments, but not yet.
And Lincecum gets him swinging for the first strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss at that fastball. No balls, 2 strikes. Struck him out, and that makes 14 in this game. Still, no one has been able to reach base, and we're in the 5th.
You know, I love watching him this next time through the lineup. The adjustments he's making, the hitters just can't figure them out.
And Lincecum gets him swinging for the first strike. Here's the pitch. Lays off that fastball, and it's 0-2.
The pitcher's showing that he can effectively throw strikes in the inside part of the plate. The hitter now has to make an adjustment, possibly opening up for that pitch next time.
Well, he was able to ring up that K, and he needed it, and it got him out of the inning. 3 runs across the plate. Trainer into the batter's box. First pitch, here it comes. And he takes one in there, 0-1.
Now, I know we're not supposed to say anything about no-hitters, so I would never say anything about that, Gary. But
don't worry.
You know, I don't think they have any hits here. And we're moving through the middle part of the ballgame.
Got him. He's set down 16 on K's. Boy, it doesn't take long to count the amount of hitters he's been able to get out so far. He's just marching along here with lots of zeros.
Well, the key right now, he's got to maintain his focus. Winning the game is the primary goal right now.
Call strike from Lincecum, and the count is now 0-1. Here's the pitch. Strike two call in the hole, 0-2.
Well, he missed his spot with that one and got away with it. You want to go to the corners with that four-seam fastball. He found the heart of the plate, but didn't cost me now.
Got him. That's number 17 today. I'll tell you something, Steve. He keeps pitching like this, the murmurs are going to start.
Well, you can hear the chatter in the stands right now. People starting to recognize a lot of zeros up on that scoreboard.
2 outs, base is empty. In there for a strike.
This is the go-to pitch for many pitchers in the major league. The fastball down and away. When in doubt, that's where you go.
Swing and a miss.
Well, like a lot of the hitters with 2 strikes, he's been very susceptible to the breaking ball. Let's see if he gets it.
Lincecum with the delivery. You're out. Strike 3. Second trip through the order now, and nobody's been able to find. Swinging last time. That's hit foul by Butler. 0-1. Lincecum kicks and deals. And that's a strike. Billy Butler's going to have to be in a defensive mode in this at-bat.
No runs, no hits. Deep into his ball game, Gary. And obviously, he is pitching a gem of a game.
Down on strikes there. Nice piece of pitching work. And Dyson's going to stand in. Not looking last time. And Lincecum gets him swinging for the first strike. Called strike at the letter, so he's got him in the hole now, 0-2.
Now that he's elevated his eyes, looking for that high fastball, let's see if he goes back down in the zone.
Struck him out. 8th inning. 2 down.
Now just 4 outs away from a perfect game. An extraordinary effort right there. Another strikeout. He is just dominating them in the zone.
Here's the first pitch. Called strike from Lincecum, and the count is now 0-1.
Well, the hitter must have thought that was either going to go too far out of the zone or too high. He takes the pitch, but it's a strike.
Got him, and the side is retired. He's 3 outs away from a perfect game.
Can you imagine what's going through his mind right now, walking back to that dugout?
Trainer into the batter's box. He's going to start the 9th inning. Call strike from Lincecum, and the count is now 0-1.
Well, Gary, in the 9th inning, has not given up a hit in this one, so we may be looking at some history for him personally and for his club.
Called strike, and it's quickly 0-2.
Well, he doesn't like to mess around. You get 0-2 on him, he's coming at you with a fastball.
Struck him out. That's going to be the first out of the inning, and there are 2 to go for perfection.
Now, he's got to be feeling the excitement now, Gary. Not too many pitchers have ever come this close to a perfect game in their career.
And Lincecum gets him swinging for the first strike. Swings on the 0-1 pitch. Can't hit it. Strike 2. Here's the delivery. 1 more out to go. He is that close to the perfect game.
A big-time pitch and a big-time strikeout and total control out there. Well, not hard to understand this one, Gary. You're going to bring in the pinch hitter for the pitcher. Hopefully a guy who can come up with a big hit.
And that swung on and missed 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss, and he falls behind 0-2. Swing and a miss.
Game over. Perfect game.
Perfect game. What a performance.
Gary, I don't think there's a better feeling in sports than mastering your craft. He was absolutely unhittable all game long. Now he's going to go down with the other legends of the game for his accomplishments today.
And Steve, they say it takes a little luck, but when you get a game like that, you'll take it.
Well, it takes luck and talent. Boy, does he have the talent. They won a great one here today, Gary, and that's all because of the pitching. Outstanding pitching, really leading them to victory.
Now it's time to present our player of the game. A commanding performance from Tim Lincecum in this game.
Well, a lot of times the day the starting pitcher gets that nod, People don't talk to him anyway, but when he's in the midst of a no-hitter, he becomes the absolute loneliest guy on the team. And I can tell you this, he didn't mind one bit. He knew exactly what he was doing on that mound, and he focused and kept his concentration to get those big outs to record this no-hitter. Great game. And